Hello everyone and welcome back to game week 4 of the 23-24 PTC Therapeutics Premiership, where you join myself, Ryan Sipple, for the second game of the day on Court A, which will be contested between Villa Rockets and Hull and East Yorkshire. Let's go through the squads quickly. Villa Rockets, coached by Tony Kay and Amir Ali, have number 4 Daniel Kay, number 5 Sajan Patel, not available for selection, number 9 Summer Rice, number 10 Hamza Madir, number 17 Daniel Ball, and number 99 Amir Ali. Their opponents, Hull and East Yorkshire, currently rooted to the bottom of the Premiership standings, coached by Lee Brennan and Robbie Simpson, have number 7 Luke Brennan, number 9 Kai Gill, number 10 Cole Simpson, number 17 Joel Rothery, number 20 Hayden Lambert, and number 28 Emma Hodson. As you can see from the table on your screens now, Villa Rockets currently in 6th, 7 points behind Leeds Chariots in 5th, so a little bit of ground to make up. Leeds just about to kick off on Court B against Nottinghamshire. Should there be any updates on that one, I will bring you them live. But of Villa's 15 games, they've won 6, drawn 3, lost 6. They do have a positive goal difference, and they have 21 points, the exact same as West Bromwich Albion and Throstle. So this Villa Rockets game in hand over their closely matched and geographically close rivals. Hull and East Yorkshire have struggled since their promotion. Worth noting their unexpected promotion from the Championship last season. 16 played, 1 win, 1 draw, 14 losses, so just 4 points. Their ultimate goal will be escaping the relegation zone. Positions 11th and 12th will be automatically relegated to next season's Championship. Whoever finishes in 10th will be placed in a playoff fixture against whoever finishes 3rd in the Championship. So if we just clear the graphics, looks like Hull and East Yorkshire will be getting kick-off. Our central referee Pete Taylor is complemented by Steve Crump and Peter Westmoreland. The thumbs up from both goalkeepers, and we are underway. Straight down the court. So Villa Rockets starting for that of Hamza Madir in yellow. His teammates in claret and blue, Amir Ali, Dan Kay and Summer Rice. Hull and East Yorkshire in orange, their goalkeeper Cole Simpson in blue. The outfield players that of Kai Gill, Hayden Lambert and Joel Rothery. Joel Rothery typically always the most offensive of the 4 Hull players. Cole Simpson so influential in attack, as well as the stability he provides in defence. He has possession now, trying to get it past Summer Rice. A lot of pace on that ball, so he'll do extremely well to keep it in play. A difficult day for both of these two yesterday. Villa Rockets started with a very frustrating 0-0 draw against West Bromwich Albion Throssles. Talking to some of their supporting parents, carers, and they definitely feel that they should have secured or could have secured more from that opening game. That was followed by a 2-0 defeat to Newcastle. Hull and East Yorkshire, of their 2 games yesterday, lost both. 7-0 to Aspire, 3-0 to Newcastle. Cole Simpson tries to limit the space of Summer Rice on the right hand wing. Strong play from Hayden Lambert, but some contact between the 2 chairs. Dan Kay a little too aggressive in his pursuit of possession. Free kick for Hull, to be taken by Cole Simpson. Down the line into the path of Summer Rice, intercepted by Cole Simpson. Pete Taylor had the whistle ready to blow, brings it back now. 2-on-1 in favour of Villa Rockets. Villa Rockets will definitely want 3 points here before a meeting later today, 4:15, against West Bromwich Albion, who I just had the pleasure of commentating on. That one finished 8-0 against Sevenoaks. Hull and East Yorkshire plays Sevenoaks later. Something that can most definitely be referred to as a 6-point affair. Dan Kay. Possession on the right hand wing. Joel Rothery driving out of his box. Still 0-0 on Court B between Leeds Chariots and Nottinghamshire. That can also be found on the WFA's YouTube. If you prefer Greg Baxter's commentary to mine, he is just about to bring the action live there. Dan Kay now. Responsibility of this corner kick into Amit Ali. Just ricochets off the back wheel of Joel Rothery. Second successive corner kick. Dan Kay to take. Amir Ali, the closest option. Summer Rice at the back post, who he finds, fires it goal bound, just trapped between Cole Simpson and Joel Rothery. Just show you the Villa Rockets top goal scorers across the 23-24 campaign. They haven't been too prolific in front of goal, but they've shared the responsibility amongst their attacking players. Dan Kay leading the way with 6, Amit Ali with 5, Summer Rice with 4. Hayden Lambert unable to keep that in play. If we look at their opponents, you can see that goals have been extremely hard to come by. Just 2 goals scored by their players, one by Hayden Lambert, one by Cole Simpson. That's something they will most certainly have to address in their remaining games if they are to fight their way out of danger. Summer Rice with the kick in on the left. 6.5 minutes played. Still Villa Rockets nil, Hull and East Yorkshire nil. Hayden Lambert trying to cushion it to Kai Gill. Unable to find him. Summer Rice now. Immediate interception. Hamza Madir. Most advanced he's been all game. Due to some technical difficulties, I'm delighted to say that Greg Baxter now joins me on commentary on Court A. How are you?
I'm alright, mate. Just trying to sort out Court B. And
I'll address that once this game is over, but it's nice to have some company.
Nice to have some company as well. I did 3 games yesterday all on my own, so nice to be back on co-coms.
Absolutely it is. So give me your thoughts on that loss to West Brom, Greg.
Well, I've had better Sunday mornings. Right, yeah, 8-0. It was, our plans were put, we had a spanner in the works. James just fell a bit ill, and then his tyre popped right before the game, so...
I referenced it on commentary, the fact that there was a number of people tinkering with his chair trying to address the issue, but unfortunately they weren't able to do it in time. And I did say on comms that in recent games you've opted to use James as the designated goalkeeper, with you taking a more attacking and wide position on the court, and that formula started to really work for you. So the fact that you had to switch it up at the last minute as a result of factors out of your control probably meant that West Brom could establish themselves in that game far easier than they would have done if you was in your best sort of setup.
Yeah, I'd agree. I think we made it, a little bit too easy for West Brom at times, but they have got the bit between their teeth.
They certainly have.
They were on fire. Some of the goals can't do anything about. The penalty from Valentino was right. I mean, it took a while to get there.
He certainly. I did say that. Any longer,
I felt like we were on Strictly Come Dancing. We were going back and forth a bit there, but once he did take it in the end, he did bury it. And there's some goals that you just have to sit there and go, you know what, applause. It's just great quality.
Completely. But I was just saying that this game could be really significant for you ahead of your meeting later. Certainly Hull and East Yorkshire, who have done well in the opening 10 minutes. It's still 0-0.
Well, yeah, I think it'd be no secret to anyone watching who knows, obviously, played for Sevenoaks and looks at the league table, that I'll be hoping that Villa Rockets certainly, do us a favour, so to speak. But we know that everything's still in our hands.
Yeah,
we had a good win yesterday against Nottinghamshire, which was really needed. And like I said, everything is still in our hands. But any points that the team
and the same can be applied to the fixture on Court B. A Leeds Chariots will be far more favourable to you than that of a Nottinghamshire result.
But like I said, we're not too worried about what anyone else is doing. It's still in our hands. We know what we've got to do. And to be fair to Hull and East Yorkshire, this is I commentated 2 Villa Rockets games yesterday, and they were not their usual best by any stretch of the imagination. They really were rather toothless in the final third, I have to say.
Yeah, 0-0 against West Bromwich Albion Throstles, 2-0 loss to Newcastle. They'll be looking to register their first win, and Amir Ali, as we speak about it, squeezes the ball between Cole Simpson and Joe Rothery.
I mean, I'm going to go out on a limb and say he didn't mean to put it where he did. Full credit if he did. But when you are struggling in front of goal as a side, you don't get how they go in. You just want that one, and then you feel the relief just way over you.
Apologies if that's come up as a whole goal.
There are some limbs in the
make sure
in the northeast
that is adjusted. Whilst I'll do that, I'll leave you in the safe hands.
Get the screenshots out.
Greg Baxter.
Get the screenshots out quickly. It says 1-0. Sorry, my microphone turned off then as you... my microphone turned off there as you ran off, Ryan. Back on now, we're all good, we're back underway. All fun and games.
It certainly is. Hopefully that will be adjusted in a few moments' time.
Oh, it's 1-1 now. God, the goals are flying in.
Just for confirmation, it is Villa Rockets 1, Hull and East Yorkshire 0.
It worked to our benefit yesterday. We conceded a third to Teesside and the scoreboard said 2-2.
I was commentating on this court, and as I will bring up now, we have the functionality to show our viewers tuning into this one what the score is on Court B. As you can see, currently Leeds 0, Nottingham 0. So that's my only real point of reference for the action that's happening on Court B. And when I saw it was 2-2, I was like, yeah, good. That is good stuff from Sevenoaks. And then I looked at the scoreboards in the Lee Westwood, and they didn't match up. So sometimes there is mistakes, but I have to emphasise this is kind of a new system that we've adopted, and we hope that the graphics, the commentary, the live streams are continuing to get better.
We did have a few texts going, great point, well done, and we had to go, yeah, about that. We did lose.
So scoreline now has been adjusted to Villa Rockets 1, Hull and East Yorkshire 0.
Oh my word. Court B.
I will just show our viewers an update. Nottinghamshire have taken the lead against Leeds Chariots, and that could be really significant for the fight for Premiership survival. At the half-time break, I'll bring up the live standings so you can see how both of these results impact the league table.
But good dummy there from Cole Simpson. I think if my memory serves me, that puts Nottingham up to 13 points. That puts them in 8th, back up above us. We should have a game in hand, I think. Oh no, our game in hand was last night, wouldn't it? Yeah, so yeah, we're fine. But yeah, it is that playoff spot is getting very tight between certainly at the minute us, Nottingham and Manchester United.
Yeah. Apologies if I've said this a number of times, but I just want to provide the context that whoever finishes the season in 10th for this division will play whoever finishes in 3rd in the Championship. So if we was to take that as it currently sits, Leeds Dynamo's 3rd in the Championship with 1 weekend left to play, but it is a 3-4, potentially a 5-horse race for that playoff spot between Villa Rockets Lions, West Bromwich Albion Dudley, Norwich City, and potentially even Muscle Warriors. So it's going to go down to the wire in both divisions. Simpson guides it down to Hayden Lambert.
Football, eh? What a sport.
Absolutely. So, as you can see, that goal for Amit Ali puts him on 6 for the season, and he matches Dan Kay as Villa's top scorer across their 16 games.
Good opportunity this for Hull and East Yorkshire. Set pieces.
As a player, I spoke about it on commentary, but I'd like to get your perspective on the utilisation of set pieces in game week 4, more so than I've ever seen before, in the fact that teams are really putting a lot of focus and emphasis on the benefits of set pieces, and I've probably seen more converted across this weekend than I have across the season. Hayden Lambert with a corner kick.
Did really well there, Cole, to win the set piece initially. Yeah, set pieces are always an important part of the game. You know, they're an opportunity where the defenders have to set, and then you play around them, and you have the advantage, especially from corners when the keeper's got to be behind the line. I think since the World Cup, we've seen a lot more variation in what teams are trying to do, trying to mix it up and catch teams off guard rather than just doing the very bog standard into middle man and either shoot near post or flick. So I don't think we've conceded from a set piece. Did we concede earlier from set piece?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
You did. Can I just say, before you go on, it was a beautiful set piece right in front of me. Dave Lewis with the corner kick, guided it into
Valentino Zagarelli,
Chris Gordon, who feinted to shoot, let it roll to Valentino at the back post, and was able to slot home.
One of those in hindsight, where in my head I went, I think they're going to dummy this to the back post. Didn't say it, and then they did, and I went. But yeah,
covering for the potential dummy would leave vulnerabilities in Chris Gordon, so you have to kind of assess the level of threat.
It was fine. Forgive me for missing out. It was one of the 8 I shipped in that game. Thank you very much.
Half time on Court B. Leeds still trail Nottingham by 1-0.
Right, have a word with yourselves, please. Have a word with yourselves. Half time.
Can you focus on this one? Be professional.
Says you talking about Court B.
I can talk about Court B. I've got to reference it because it's significant to the overall Premiership. And that ball from Summer Rice rocketed into the side of Cole Simpson.
I thought that hit his arm then.
He didn't even flinch.
Arms of steel.
Final minute. Villa Rockets 1, Hull and East Yorkshire 0. Looks like it took a slight touch off Dan Kay, so Cole Simpson will have responsibility of this kick in.
Yeah, it's just a referee, Steve Crump did just ask Pete Taylor to check that Cole Simpson's arm was alright, because it did certainly look like it took a nick, but like I said, arms of steel, didn't flinch.
Dan Kay comes to the ball, met by Cole Simpson.
I suppose your question now is, where do Hull and East Yorkshire get the goal from?
Defensively, they've been fairly solid. Yeah. I think Villa Rockets almost look out of ideas. They're just trying to force the ball up the court as opposed to try and use their width. You see Summer Rice and Dan Kay occupying very wide positions on either side of the court. Amir Ali is just that central pivot in the centre. That's half time. Very tactical opening 20 minutes. As mentioned, I'll show you the league table. So that potential 3 points for Nottingham would see them leapfrog Sevenoaks in the standings. Nottingham still with a game in hand over Sevenoaks on 13 points. Sevenoaks and Manchester United both on 11. This 3 points for Villa Rockets, or potential 3 points should I say, would see them go to 24, 4 behind Leeds Chariot, so they'll limit the gap between themselves and their Yorkshire rivals. But thank you to all that are tuning in. To myself and Greg, we'll be back very shortly for the second half. Hello everyone and welcome back to the second half in this fixture between Villa Rockets and Hull and East Yorkshire. Back on my own as the technical difficulties on commentary on Court B have been addressed. So Greg Baxter will bring the action live for Leeds Chariots versus Nottingham, which looks like it's a brilliant game. Nottingham 1-0 up currently. But here on Court A, Villa Rockets boast a 1-0 lead over Hull and East Yorkshire. Single goal scored by Amit Ali in the 12th minute. Early pressure from Hull and East Yorkshire, looking to find that equaliser. To be careful about how many players they're committing forward. Zamir Ali has possession. Dan Kay in support, lets it run across his chair, fires it, effort goal bound, just wide of the right hand post. Dan Kay shaping up to an attempt and effort, but returned the favour to his numbered 99 winger. A really nice opportunity, probably their best passage of attacking passing play all game, and that's what they'll want to do more of across this 20-minute half. Goal kick for Hull and East Yorkshire, taken by Joel Rothery. Down to Cole Simpson, into the path of Kai Gill, who's very isolated in that first half. There's options on the bench for both teams here. Villa Rockets, single substitute of Dan Ball. Hull and East Yorkshire, as Hayden Lambert beautifully controls it. Nice distribution from Cole Simpson as well. Have Luke Brennan and Emma Hodson at their disposal should they wish to use them. 22 minutes played. This the penultimate game of the day for both of these two teams. As Hayden Lambert tries to force the ball between Hamza Madir and Amit Ali. Villa Rockets play four-time champions West Bromwich Albion later today. Hull and East Yorkshire play Sevenoaks. Hamza Madir well advanced out his spot, trying to find the gap between the two Hull defenders. Pass back from Summer Rice. Out of play for a Villa kick-in. Daniel Kay to take. Trying to squeeze the ball between Simpson and Lambert. Next up on Court A, a fixture that never fails to entertain. West Bromwich Albion Throssels versus their sister club, West Bromwich Albion. West Bromwich Albion have been formidable in game week 4 so far. 6-0 win over Manchester United, 5-0 win over Nomad Knights, 8-0 win over Sevenoaks. So they'll be hoping for more of the same as they chase down Aspire in first. Villa Rockets haven't got much to play for in the remaining games. Just going to want to hope for a high placement. They finished the season in 9th last year, so they'll be hoping to beat that. I don't think there's any question they will surpass that placement. Currently in 6th. It's just if they can catch Leeds Chariots in 5th, but with Nottingham Still boasting a 1-0 lead over Leeds. It certainly won't hurt Villa Rocket's pursuit of a higher league placement. Hamza Madir, nice pass out to Summer Rice. She didn't quite angle her chair in the fashion that guided it further down that line. It just kicks up to Cole Simpson, who then tries to distribute out to the right-hand wing, out of play. 25 minutes played. Villa Rockets 1, Hull and East Yorkshire 0. These two last met in game week 1 of the PTC Therapeutics Premiership back in September. 5-0 to Villa, that one finished. They had goals from Amir Ali, Dan Ball, Dan Kay and Sajan Patel. Barring a really late rally, they'll do extremely well to come close to that 5-0 scoreline. Have to give credit where it's due for this defensive performance from Hull, and they've had chances to break an attack. 3 players against Villa Rockets 2 here shows that they're not sitting back. They're desperately trying to influence their fate. A win here would see them go above Nomad Knights in the table. They would sit 4 points behind Manchester United and Sevenoaks, both locked on 11 points. Hamza Madir now closed by Cole Simpson. Just off of Hamza Madir's chair, out for a goal kick. Rice. Cole Simpson can't quite make connection. Summer Rice to take into Ahmet Ali. An assured clearance from Cole Simpson, swept up by Hamza Madir. Daniel Kay. Couldn't find the gap. Out for a corner ball. .11 and a half minutes remaining. Passage of play will probably be Amir Ali over to Summer Rice. Nicks up. Hayden Lambert. Missed kick. Puts pressure on Joel Rothery, who has to engage that ball, otherwise it would have been a corner. Dan Kay with possession. Into the space, over to Summer Rice. She's going to attempt an effort. Oh, she fainted to do so. Guided the ball back to Amir Ali. She's kind of caught in 2 minds there as to whether to pass or shoot. And that moment's hesitation just meant she didn't quite get the timing right. thing is for certain, this has been a very even game. Holland East Yorkshire, the same as their rivals at the bottom of the table, have grown into the season. Saw a fantastic Manchester United win against Thistles yesterday. Sevenoaks securing points against Nottinghamshire. Nottinghamshire on Court B currently beating Leeds. Nomad Knights have a tough game, tough round of fixtures today. They'll be hoping to secure some points, but it will definitely go to game week 5 to determine who drops down to the 24-25 championship, who is placed in the playoff fixture. Dan Kay down to Amir Ali. It's just a little bit forced from Villa here. Substitute for Hull. Luke Brennan coming on. Kai Gill, the player, coming off. Kai Gill was very isolated, had little to no involvement across the 31 minutes. Be interesting to see if Luke Brennan can have a little bit more impact, and Dan Kay with an absolutely beautiful finish. They certainly have been putting the pressure on. Just under 32 minutes. Dan Kay doubles Villa's advantage. Villa Rockets 2, Hull and East Yorkshire 0. Just the timing to let it run across his chair. Found the gap behind Joel Rothery. Summer Rice connects with Hayden Lambert. Play continues. 7.5 minutes to go. You can see these Charrocks still trail Nottinghamshire as Villa make their first substitute of the game. Number 17, Dan Ball, enters. Number 9, Summer Rice, comes off. Dan Kay, pick off by Cole Simpson. Big vacant gap in the centre of the court. Dan Kay. Over to Daniel Ball, blocked by Cole Simpson. Dan Kay on 7 goals now. Joel Rothery into Cole Simpson. Over to Dan Ball for his first touch of the game. Good battle here between Simpson and Ali. Ali looks like he's got the better of it. He lets that roll out of play. And a good opportunity via this 2-on-1 indirect free kick. Amir Ali just going over to Dan Ball. Probably just telling him where to best position his chair to capitalise on this real credible opportunity. Daniel Kay to take, indirect, has to go via the chair of an opponent or teammate into the box. Over to Daniel Ball. fired into the side of the left-hand post. Joel Rothery had it covered. Good accuracy on the initial ball from Daniel Kay. Well kept in. The whole ball has to leave the court. The side of the court is designated by the red line between the black and the yellow on your screens. Back to Hamza Madir, distributed. It's much better passing play. Just that option to go back in order to go forwards is something we see from the England team, and West Brom particularly can just open up the court. It needs a level of confidence from the most defensive of the four players, but we certainly got it there from Hamza Madir, who distributed the ball really nicely out to Daniel Ball. Daniel Kay into Amir Ali, rolls into the box of Hull and East Yorkshire. It ricochets out for a goal kick. Daniel Kay just driving into the side of Cole Simpson there. Don't think he observed the 5 metres, so it will be retaken. It looks as if Leeds Chariots, with 4 minutes remaining, have found that equaliser against Nottinghamshire. Get confirmation of that one on your screens now. Can they find a winner in the dying embers of the game? On this one, it looks like it's going to be a fairly routine professional win for Villa Rockets, who will go on to 24 points. Cushioned towards Hayden Lambert, as was the case with Kai Gill. Luke Brennan, with little to no involvement out wide. Daniel Kay with the kick in. Trying to find Amir Ali. Hayden Lambert now is going to guide it towards Hamza Madir in the Villa Rockets half. He's just a little bit too aggressive. The advantage is played by Pete Taylor. Been so impressed with Hamza Madir this season. Such a calm player, beautiful distribution there. Dan Kay can't quite get the timing and or connection. He's such an invaluable part of this team. The confidence it must give Amir Ali in the centre, that he's got such a brilliant player behind him. I know from what I've seen of him, he's currently part of the FA Regional Emergent Talent Programme and one of the leading players on it. Excited to see where he goes. Luke Brennan gets a very rare touch, exchanging some snappy passes with Hayden Lambert. Just too close to one another though. There's a tendency for that to happen when you're isolated from the game for large percentages of it. Complacency sometimes is an inevitability. Dan Kay to take, he's just ushering Daniel Ball into this channel the other side of Luke Brennan. Couldn't quite get the accuracy. Advantage played, another 2-on-1 would have been awarded with Hayden Lambert driving into the space in the centre. Now had the regulation 20, so now into any additional time. It doesn't look like we'll have very much, but Daniel Ball, 10 seconds over the 40, caps off a very professional win for Villa Rockets. Villa Rockets 3, Hull and East Yorkshire 0. This will probably be the last touch of the game. Whistle in the mouth of Pete Taylor, and that signals full time. Villa Rockets 3, Hull and East Yorkshire 0. Ahmed Ali with the opening goal in the 12th minute. Hull and East Yorkshire remained resolute in defence. It's just a real moment of magic from Dan Kay to slot the ball home to make it 2 in the 32nd minute, and then in the 41st, Dan Ball put the cherry on top for Tony Kay and Ahmed Ali. Thank you to all that have tuned in for this one. Next up on Court A, we have West Bromwich Albion Throstles versus West Bromwich Albion.